Today, we attempted to ride every single ride at Universal Hollywood.
And honestly, it was more stressful than we thought.
Yep, limited park hours, a lot of rides to get through, and some total favorites of ours. Let's see how we did. Good morning from Universal Hollywood. We're in our Disneyland jackets. Mind your business. Yeah. They're gonna come off.
They will.
But we are headed early entry to Super Nintendo World. The entry opens about an hour before the park does. So today the park opens at 10.
They have wicked themed food. I need to get it today.
All right.
Thank you.
The Super Nintendo World early entry is an hour before park open, and it is $20 per person to access. You buy it online as an add-on to your park ticket. I do think this is worth it if you're doing a day at Universal Hollywood. I think just budget for it. Nintendo World is very popular, and though it has been pretty slow this week here at Universal Hollywood, it's just nice to have a little extra time in the most popular land and not feel stressed. Yeah, without as many people, especially if you're interested in playing the power-up games. Those were very easy to play and access when we were here before the park opened, and then became
we did not go back.
Extremely long waits.
We didn't go back to the land.
No. It was, like we got to play one game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so our goal today, we've had a perfect day here at Universal Hollywood. And if you want our tips for that, you can check that video out on the channel now.
One of our favorites.
Well, one of our favorite videos, truly. We were extremely sleep deprived, and it shows, baby. But today, we're gonna talk about how to do the most at Universal Hollywood. So we are getting through as many possible attractions today. We're doing them all, basically, is the plan. And we're gonna get through every ride here, show you exactly how to get on every ride and what every ride is for if you're planning a trip to Universal Hollywood, or if you're not and you just wanna live vicariously through us, that's cool too. Might grab some snacks along the way, because I think you'll see we haven't paid to skip the line here. So we're interested to see how today goes with our attractions list.
Pro tip number 1, it's a great spot to put your lipstick on.
The escalators.
Yeah.
Universal Hollywood is split into two sections. There's the upper section and the lower section. The upper lot and the lower lot, really. There's a long escalator trek between the two lots.
There is.
There are stairs as well. I don't recommend them.
We are taking the escalator.
We will be taking the escalator today. The worst part about the escalator is that it is so long to get between the two lots. The best part is the views. It's got beautiful overlooks of Hollywood. All right, our first ride of the day is Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. This is an incredibly unique ride where you get to drive your very own Mario Kart in a race, and you get to play for Team Mario, of course. We're not Team Bowser in this house. First of all, this is an incredible queue that takes you through a bunch of environments you might recognize from the Mario games. And then you get to play Mario Kart in real life, which is incredible. It's an augmented reality attraction, so that means that you wear glasses that you're seeing real life and you're seeing the screens, but there are elements that will react to the way you're playing. You can collect coins, you can use power-ups. It is a really cool attraction, and when it opened, it was mega popular, and now it's still pretty popular, but it's a little bit easier to get on. We're knocking this one out early because it is probably still the most popular attraction in the park. And we want to make sure we get through everything today. We have a lot to do and not a lot of time to do it in, because today Universal Hollywood is only open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So we have a hard cutoff here, but it is Mario Kart up first. So it's still early entry right now. It's still 20 minutes before folks can enter the park or go to the rest of the park. So you can see how empty Super Nintendo World is and how much fun it can be to play around. If it's your first time experiencing Super Nintendo World, you really might want to consider doing the early entry just because it is so nice to be able to play in here.
I would personally always get this.
Me too, every
This
single
is a
time.
priority.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it should be a priority.
Yeah, it's really, really fun. How was Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge?
It was so good.
Yep.
We had so much fun. I'm really excited to do it again today because we have done it. This is our second time, and I still feel like there's so much we could see and do and learn that we've not done yet. So I'm excited to rewrite it
It's
again.
definitely an interesting ride. You feel like it should go faster, I'll say that, because it's pretty slow, but then your eyes are seeing fast with the augmented reality. It's really more about the game, and the visuals can get a little trippy. So I don't think it's a ride for everyone, but I think it's worth trying.
Being very motion
sick, yeah. I don't get motion sick because there's a lot of physical sets. I think it's cool to try once, but it's definitely an interesting ride. We are gonna hop right back on it again for bonus points with our ride challenge because we can't leave Nintendo World yet because the rest of the park isn't open. So we're gonna get some bonus points by hopping right back on and walking on a pretty popular ride. Now that said, if you are coming here on a weekday in the slow season, you may not need to do the extra spend because it has been pretty slow this week when I've been looking at wait times. This is still going to be the most crowded area of the park. The early entry is still going to give you the benefit of being in here with fewer people, which is really cool, but it's not necessarily a need to get everything you want to get done in the day. So in the summer, on weekends, you might want to consider that early entry a little more heavily. Weekdays, in the winter, you can maybe skip. Now, as much as we love Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, it is the only ride in Super Nintendo World on our list. You can also do the power-up challenges there with the power-up band. It's interactive throughout the whole land, and there's character meet and greets as well, but those aren't really true attractions as much as they are like interactive play spaces.
And so you also have to pay for the band.
You do have to pay for the band, and we did leave ours in Orlando. We're really bad at ours.
Well, only one of us lives in Orlando.
We left ours in Orlando.
Actually true, I didn't put it on our packing list.
It's true.
So
Neither of us thought of it.
We can take equal blame
Equal
for this.
blame. I'll take like 2% more. So we're moving on to our next true ride, which is Revenge of the Mummy the Ride. I'm so excited for this one. We got to ride it last time we were here. I remember actually none of it.
We don't remember most of the last time we were here.
Truly watch that video. It is so...
I think that we really laugh about it, and you guys might watch it and be like, what
are they talking about? It's because we were sleep deprived.
Yeah.
But anyway,
So
Revenge
we're
of the
gonna
Mummy the
ride it.
Ride. Yeah.
And remember it.
And remember it this time. Revenge of the Mummy the Ride is a roller coaster based on the Mummy movie franchise, one of my favorite movie franchises of all time. As you can see, one of our biggest pro tips for getting everything done at Universal is to come early, start your day early. The park's been open for about 20 minutes now, so we're still some of the first people to go into the Mummy at this point.
To be this back far away from the entrance.
And it's only a 5-minute wait. Now, filming on this one, they are a little more strict about because it is a roller coaster, so you do have to store all items, including cameras. So we are gonna hop on. You're gonna maybe see some interesting Mummy footage, whatever we can find, and then we'll see you after.
Never saw a mummy like that. Neither I imagine as anyone else.
All right, Revenge of the Mummy done.
Yeah.
Very fun ride. It's like ours in a different font. A little bit different story. It doesn't have Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, but it's still very similar as far as like the actual ride goes.
My favorite part of it is that this one has an animatronic of Emotep in his robes holding the Book of the Dead. It is so cool. That's my favorite part. And then you go straight into a launch. But yeah,
The launch is crazy.
Yeah, the launch is crazy.
I will say it is very similar to ours. It's a little bit shorter, but I still think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely a must-do when you're at Universal Hollywood, and I'm glad we knocked it out early. Now we're going to try to knock out all of the rides here at lower lot before we go back up to upper lot so that we're not running into the retracing our steps issue, which means we're headed on Transformers the Ride. Just out around the corner, literally from Super Nintendo World and the Mummy, is Transformers the Ride 3D. I said it like Muppets.
You did.
So we're gonna head on here. Again, a 5-minute wait, which brings us to our next pro tip. It's about 2 hours or an hour now into the official park opening. We're still seeing those 5-minute waits. So you can tell that fewer people are getting back here to the back of the park, which is another great reason to get that early entry and start Nintendo. You start in the back where people aren't headed first thing. Now that said, it's also just a good idea to come to Universal Hollywood on a weekday. It is a lot slower. It also a weekday during the slow season. The last time we were here, it was a busier season. It was slammed. And it is just a slower season right now. We're walking on pretty much everything. Okay, so we just got off of Transformers. It is exactly the same ride as Orlando. Very fun motion simulator attraction. In my opinion, it really feels like you are in the Transformers movie. You've like accidentally hopped in evac the Transformer and you're getting sucked into the action. Like, I think it feels very immersive, and I'm not a big Transformers gal. Transformers is cool. Yeah. But it's really easy to understand because it's like, well, there's the good robots, the bad robots, and it's action. And so I think it's fun even if you're not super into Transformers. A surprise to no one, we are picking up our coffee to fuel our efforts at this time. I love filming you when you don't know.
I thought you were on the phone. Who were you telling we're getting coffee to? Our friends.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Well, she's on the phone with you if you're watching us on your phone.
That's true. I am on your phone maybe, or your TV or your computer, or your tablet, yeah. Or your Tesla screen in your car. Can they play YouTube videos?
Don't watch while you're driving. I don't think that sounds safe.
No, put us on when you get home. We're gonna magic or tragic it. Magic?
Magic. This might be my go-to order if there's no specialties now.
I love it.
It's very good. It's very simple. It's just I've never gotten it before. So
it's a caramel latte for those of you at home. Okay, couple things going on. One, our coffees are delicious.
Absolutely incredible.
I'm going to be chasing the high of the Universal Hollywood coffee.
Lower end Starbucks.
Lower end Starbucks for the rest of my life. We are walking over here just to take a gander at a raptor.
Also Raptors, Blue. Who's known for
and then we're gonna head up and grab some lunch, I think, to fuel us for the rest of our ride challenge. We have a pretty high stress activity after lunch, so.
Hold. Eyes on me. Blue, hey, that's more like it. Down.
Lunch is done. We're now getting into our challenge part of the day. There are not a ton of rides at Universal Hollywood. However, the star attraction here is the Studio Tour, which is a real tour of Universal Studio Backlot. This is hands down the single biggest must-do in this park.
And we both love it.
And it is about an hour-long attraction. It's an hour-long ride. On top of that, we have a couple of rides that are getting up into the 30-45 minute wait area, and the park closes at 6 p.m. So things are starting to get, this is where things start to get pinchy. You know, we've been here all morning, we've been taking advantage of the lower wait times, but it's time to hit the ground because we got stuff.
We gotta run.
We gotta run. We're not gonna actually run because that's against the rules.
No, it's like a metaphor, like a
Unless
mentality.
I see Dracula, then I'm running towards him.
Yeah.
Wait times have definitely started to pick up, so I'm glad we knocked out a lot of that stuff down the hill this morning. But you can see some of the longer wait times in the park that you'll see in the middle of the day. Simpsons, Despicable Me. So if those are important to you, those are also great ones to rope drop. That's going first thing in the morning, or saving them for very last thing in the evening, which we might do with some of these longer waits. We're headed now to Studio Tour. Very brief wait for Studio Tour, but again, an hour-long ride. So this is going to be a big time suck for us, but one that is very, very, very much worth it.
Yeah, high on the must.
I mean, literally the reason to come. Like, I'm not exaggerating. It's Super Nintendo World and this are the reasons to come to Universal Hollywood. we've made our way into the wizarding world of Harry Potter, and this, I gotta say, looks familiar.
I think I've been here.
I've been here as well. And you know what? I think we should be on the lookout here because
There's a warrant.
there's a warrant out for Harry Potter's arrest for animal cruelty after he killed Jaws.
Animal cruelty. This is where we realized that we were bounty hunters now.
And that
And thus
we're
our
after
career
Harry Potter
changed.
and he's retaliatorily after us.
Yeah.
It's not a word.
I mean, he even made Hagrid's disappear.
Yeah, he got
He's
rid of
so
Hagrid.
mad.
He's so mad. So everything's different.
Don't worry, guys. We're fighting.
We'll
the
catch
fight.
him, or he'll catch us.
We're gonna catch him.
We're gonna catch him. So keep your eyes peeled. If you see Harry Potter, give a shout.
If you guys know what we're talking about, can you just let us know in the comments?
And if you don't, can you
Let us
pretend that
know.
you do?
Yeah, let us know.
There are 2 rides in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Hollywood. There is Flight of the Hippogriff, which is a family coaster, a little bit easier to ride. And there is Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, which is the ride in Hogwarts, a total must-do. We actually haven't done either of these.
No.
Because we wanted to stick to new experiences for us last time we were here. Something that I'll also bring up is that they do have Ollivanders here, so that is an interactive wand attraction experience. It's more of a little show where the wand chooses the wizard of a volunteer from the audience. And then also here on our right is a stage where you can see a number of shows during the day, like the Frog Choir. It's like so, I always say when I'm in a theme park land like this that's also in Orlando, it feels like having a dream of Harry Potter World. Like, that's not where that car is. And I'm like, I'm getting that wrong in my dream.
We saw the real one just now.
We did see the real one just now on the studio tour.
Whatever.
We're gonna hop on Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. This also hands down a must do. What a cool ride. You do have to pack up anything in lockers similar to the Mummy, but lockers are included with your park admission for the duration of your ride. So you just need your park ticket to scan, and then you can toss your stuff in there before heading on to the ride.
Section of the Dementor.
Also, we were allowed to film it for you guys.
We were allowed to film it, which we cannot do in Orlando.
Yep.
So that was really cool, and they take your photo on this, and I wish you could have seen ours because I knew it was bad, and we went and looked at it, and it was bad.
I literally want to go see how much it is. That's like one of my favorite ride photos I've ever seen.
Mine was going.
I like want to frame that in my office.
I mean, it's a good photo. Maybe
Um,
we'll buy it. We'll see.
Yeah, I did get queasy. Just full disclosure, I got very queasy on it. That ride in Orlando also makes me extremely queasy. I have to close my eyes anytime there's a screen, and even then, I felt shaken like a bowl full of jelly.
Yeah.
And I do feel a little nauseous at this time, so I think a good thing to fix that would be to get on a roller coaster.
So that's what we're gonna do.
We are getting in line now for Flight of the Hippogriff family ride.
Family ride. It's a family coaster. It looks to be exactly the same as the Orlando one
Yep.
as well.
It does scare Emma a little bit.
It's pretty high up.
Back rowing it, yeah.
Let's go.
Best part about this ride is there's a really neat Buckbeak animatronic, which I can see peeking through at us right there. Moving on from our Wizarding World rides, we are making our way through. We got 3 more hours in the park day. So
I'm nervous.
I'm nervous too, but we're heading to Kung Fu Panda Adventure. This is a really interesting attraction. You can see Pinocchio is actually the ticket agent, which is funny because it's a Kung Fu Panda attraction. But there are nods to other DreamWorks films in here. And it is just kind of a 3D movie sort of thing.
Yeah.
Isn't it 4D?
I think it's a Shrek 4D similar experience.
It's like Shrek 4D. It's a Kung Fu Panda 4D experience. The theater is immersive. It's super cute. Definitely good for kiddos. I wouldn't say this one is as much of a must-do unless you're into Kung Fu Panda pretty significantly. But
Or you need a place to sit down.
Or you need a place to sit down with the air conditioning, because it's a great place to take a little break during your park day because it gets hot.
I also think that a lot of the features in this are really neat. Like
They
especially
are.
the pre-show.
The pre-show's
is
really cool.
and we really enjoyed it.
So it's
when we
worth
did
doing if you have time, even if you're not overly interested. But if you don't make it to it,
It's okay.
it might not be the end of the world. We just got off of the Kung Fu Panda show. I would like to describe this ride. I think I have a very accurate description. Okay. It's a really cool Kung Fu Panda movie. And you're sitting in the equivalent of if you were at the airport and you were like, I'm going to go get in one of the massage chairs, and it had an adventure mode.
I had this thought. Actually, not that
It's like
exactly,
the
but
worst.
the massage chair.
It's like a massage chair, but it's like if the massage chair had the most
It's a little old,
erratic,
and it doesn't really work.
and
too
it was
great.
like it's like swapping through all the settings.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly relaxing, but it is fun.
It's fun. I also think I am impressed with how they have the projections go around the theater and how they kind of rotate during part of the show.
Yeah.
Which is I think really cool. Everything we said before still stands.
Yep. But that's another one down, another one done, another one bites the dust. Hey, we're gonna get this.
I understand. It's hard when everyone tries to see what I see. It's like paparazzi's everywhere. Hello, sir. Cheese. That's the door right there. You tagged me in that one. Hashtag handsome and hairy. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Handsome and hairy. We've reached another point of drama in our day. Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash, which Emma and I adore,
Love this
is temporarily closed. It's been up all day with very short waits, so we weren't stressed about it, and now it's temporarily closed. Despicable Me, Minion, Mayhem, this one has been kind of fluctuating in wait time all day, going between like 15 and 40 minutes. It's 30 right now. I think it will probably fluctuate again.
Agreed.
So I think we're gonna stay in the area. We're not gonna leave the area without riding it, and hopefully this will come up. But we're gonna pop over to Silly Funland because there's a little Dumbo style pick you up, spin you around attraction that we're gonna knock out over there. As you can probably tell, we are in the Despicable Me themed section of the park now, and there's this huge Super Silly Funland. This is a big old play area that has lots of interactive spaces for kids, including like splash water areas. They're closed for the season, but they will likely be open if you are here at other times of year. They also have Carnival Midway style games, which we have played before for some reason. We got a son here.
Yeah.
Our boy. I don't remember his name or what he was. A unicorn, perhaps? Or was he like a cup? I don't remember. Silly Swirly is the ride that is in Silly Playland. Super Silly Playland. So we're gonna hop on Silly Swirly, only a 10-minute wait. Super easy for us to knock out another ride on our list. You're buggies, because they're bugs.
Because we're buggy.
We're buggies, you and me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really glad you sat on the inside.
Really going.
You would not like this out on the outside.
It's really going, huh?
Just an update. We're still outside of Super Silly Funland, and one of my favorite things about Universal Hollywood is that Frankenstein's Monster and Bride of Frankenstein are over there. I guess it's Bride of Frankenstein's Monster would be her full legal given name.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're over there, and I love them. Monsters. Anyway, what are we doing now? Checking on these rides again. Okay, a few exciting things in this area. Despicable Me, Minion, Mayhem has dropped to 20, which we are gonna ride it. And Secret Life of Pets is back up. It's only 5, and that one's been pretty low all day, and we think it might draw some people away from Despicable Me. Hi, thank you. Oh, yay! He said, time for you to be a minion. So it is time. The premise of this ride is that you get turned into a minion. We do have this one over at Universal Orlando. It is a motion simulator attraction. It used to be 3D, but it actually caused such bad motion sickness that they toned down the 3D. It is a very fun theatrical attraction. This is a favorite of mine, and it does make me cry because I think that the story is very sweet. Wow. You tired? You need a Coke or a coffee?
I've not had a Coke in 2 months.
She's being very good. I'm trying to peer pressure her as well, and she's been saying no to me. All right, we are headed into Secret Life of Pets off the leash. We absolutely adored this ride last time we were here. You get to become a dog, not a cat. I wish it was a cat. I don't think that hamster should be doing that. The queue is adorable. This is hopefully gonna be our longest wait of the day. I'm really nervous about our time currently. But we're seeing the very cute queue. It's about a 30-minute wait right now, so. We just got off of Secret Life of Pets. The wait was actually more like 20 minutes, which was great.
It wasn't too bad.
No, it really wasn't. We absolutely adore that ride. What we say about it is that it really gets what it is to be a pet owner.
Yeah.
And if you don't have pets or you're not a pet person, this might not make a lot of sense to you. But if you are, like, riding that ride just makes me feel like I just love my cat so much. Like, he's just my boy.
It makes me want to get Pepper a little sister and like give a pet a home because it deserves it.
Yeah.
And it just makes you feel like love.
The best part of the ride is seeing yourself as a scruffy little dog,
And
going through the
getting
groomer and coming out all clean and prim, and then you get to sit there while a family gets so excited to see you. And for me, like, that's like, Hemingway's just been such a joy in my life. And like, I feel like the ride captures that in a way that, like, I don't know, pets are very significant, and it's not often that they get their, like, they get celebrated in like art, I guess. And so, like, it's just, I think this ride does an incredible job, and there's this really sweet part at the end where all of the animals are throwing a party because you got adopted.
Celebrating you.
And they say things like, remember, humans need lots of love and attention and lots of walks.
And it's true, and that's what makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
Because on my hard days, Pepper does give me lots of love
That's what I know exactly, like, Hemingway has done that for me for years and years. So anyway,
we love our pets.
we love our pets, we love that ride, and that is certainly, like, you gotta do that ride.
So good.
And it's very high capacity, so even when it said 30 minutes, it was only 20 minutes, and it often does have a shorter wait, but it is pretty popular. So be prepared to wait for it a little bit, but it's cute, it's worth it. It's worth, I would wait an hour for it if it was my only option.
If it was early in the day.
Yeah. If it wasn't gonna be but like, I would consider that worth it because I just love it so much. Very good ride. Our final ride, Krusty Land. It is 5:49, so we are coming in right before park close. Wait time is 20 minutes, so we're gonna hop in line and get our final ride done. Simpsons Ride. All right, guess who rode everything at Universal Hollywood in one day?
And Quincy.
These two girls, Team Liquid Layer did. Liquid Layer forever, even at Universal Hollywood.
Exactly.
The park is closed now, but that's okay because we did in fact ride every single ride here.
And we kind of made a list of must-dos.
We sure
if
did.
You wanna
Yeah.
stick around and see them.
Yeah, we absolutely did because those will be coming to the channel soon. They did take your picture a lot on these rides. I have to say, I was quite surprised by the number of times our photo was taken. And with that, we've done it.
Congratulations,
Our Universal
everybody.
Hollywood Challenge. Yeah, all of us did it. Congrats, everyone. If you're still here, please like this video and drop this secret code in the comments so we know you made it all the way.
Make sure that you subscribe so that way you can stick around and find out our best Universal Hollywood tips that are coming to the channel really soon.
We'll see you then. Bye.